ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our online seminar titled Five Reasons Why You Should Not Kill Yourself. Five Reasons Why You Should Not Commit Suicide. My name is the Dark Prophet, and I'm a psychologist. And the purpose of my online seminar is not only is to inform you about suicide, but also talk to you about suicide prevention, but also is to offer you information I feel that will not only help you, but will also help you improve your life and make you knowledgeable about areas which you pay little attention to in your daily life. I remember earlier this year, suicide was kind of a big issue. A lot of people were taking their lives, young people, and the question was, what is happening? Why a lot of people losing their lives? Why a lot of young people giving up? And so, through that, the media talked about it, but after a while, the ASU strike came in, and after that, elections, and so the issue of suicide was swept under the rug, and people will assume that we are over it now. But if you look in the news, there are incidences of people who have taken their lives, who have jumped over the bridge because of frustration, unemployment, being put in situations where they don't want to be in, and being put in a hopeless situation, and which suicide became an option for them. So let me tell you a quick story, to kind of make my point today. I'm going to tell you stories about this guy from Jos. His name is Abdul from Jos, right? So what he did was he was trying to make money like every young person makes money, right? So what he did was he went to a lady and got a tricycle on hire purchase. So he was riding the tricycle, making some money, paying the lady back. But after a few weeks, he decided to give the tricycle to his friend. So the friend will do the business and bring him money, which he will give the lady who he got the tricycle from. But unfortunately, his friend lost the tricycle, And then when that happened, the lady who owned the tricycle came and got him arrested and put him in jail for like 2-3 weeks. And then the only reason why he was able to get out of prison was because he signed an agreement that he will pay the woman back all her money, And I don't really blame the woman. She probably thought he stole the tricycle and he didn't want to pay her money back. So what he did was he got into an agreement with another person for a tricycle. So when he was using the tricycle for his commercial business, and the money he was getting was used to pay the woman some part of it, and then keep some for himself, and probably pay the person he got the tricycle from, which was on hire purchase too. So, and what happened was after 2 weeks of riding the second tricycle, he was robbed. Somebody met him with a gun and stole his tricycle. And then when that happened, he was kind of heartbroken, shattered, hopeless. And then when he came home, he told his friends that, man, he has to do something, and this is sad and stuff like that. That he was probably going to kill himself. But when people say that, we think they are joking and they're not serious. And so what happened at the end is he hung himself. And this is based on a true story. It happened. It's a true story. So why am I telling you this story is to talk about the hopelessness a lot of us feel. At the heart of the reason why people commit suicide, some people think it's frustration, lack of money, or problems. But the heart of the reason why people commit suicide is because the resources they need to live a happy life is not made available to them. And we all know that when you're not living a happy life, the life that you want, then suicide becomes an option because you see it as an escape from this life of burden. Because if you are not happy in life, then living kind of makes no sense. That's what some people think. So, the reason why people commit suicide is not because they don't have money or they're going through some trouble. It's just basically that the thing that they need to be happy with, they don't have it. And because of that, life is meaningless to them. Hopelessness sets in, depression, before you know it, taking their life becomes an option. So, I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why you shouldn't kill yourself, 5 reasons you should continue living. The first reason why you should not take your life is your life has a purpose. You see, as a person that deals with a lot of clients from time to time, I've come to understand that people that suffer or people that have suicidal thoughts, they tend to feel that their life has no meaning. I've seen that time and time again. And if you look at it, you can understand, when your life has no meaning, then obviously taking your life will look like the right option because it has no meaning. But we have to understand that life has a purpose, that your life has a purpose. You were not just dropped in this earth and you are supposed to wander about for no reason until the day God probably strikes you out and says, time to go, Your life has a purpose, There is a reason why you came into this world, right? And there's a objective you're supposed to achieve. Whether you want to believe it from the religious perspective that God created you for a reason, or you're one of those people that believe in science, that science created you, either way, you have a purpose. And the purpose, sometimes you are the one that will create that purpose, You have to look around in your community and ask yourself, what can I contribute to my community so that I'll be valuable? Or what value can I add in my community, in my society, in my country? What value can I add to somebody? Just like what I'm doing, adding value. So that is it. So your life has a purpose. And that is very important, you see. When your life has a purpose, the thought of taking your life is less likely to occur because your life has a purpose. There's a reason why you exist. There's a reason why you are living. But a lot of people who take their life, they can't find a reason to keep on living. Since they can't find a reason to keep on living, they want to end it all. So that is why it's important to find a reason to keep on living. You must have a purpose. Your why in life must be very great, because if your why is very great, it's less likely that you will want to take your life. So that is number one reason. That's number one reason your life has a purpose. The second reason why you don't want to commit suicide is because the challenges of life are temporary. The challenges of life are temporary. You see, when people live, they go through a lot of challenges, and these challenges affect the quality of their life. You can deal with financial problems. You're not passing your exam problems, girlfriend problems, what else? Job problems, like all that, and that affects your life. And I've seen a lot of people, the clients I've seen, what I always notice that they have some challenge that they're going through, and then they get overwhelmed with these challenges that it becomes so hard for them to function, to think, they become depressed because of these challenges. So what I want to tell you is this, right? Sometimes you have to see life like a movie. And the reason for that is if you watch a movie, at the beginning, everything is usually going great. Then in the middle, something happens, and then at the end of the movie, they're trying to solve the issue that happened in the middle. That's how life is, really. At the beginning, when you were born, you didn't have anything to worry about. You're a baby, they were feeding you, giving you all that. In the middle, which is where you probably are right now, you're dealing with issues of school, money, this, that, the challenges are just coming one after the other. And then now, you are so caught up, like, oh man, these challenges are too much, it's overwhelming me, I cannot survive this, But you don't understand that at the end, where you're getting towards your end, you will come to realize that all those obstacles that you faced during those times, you overcame them, because that's why you made it to the end. You see, one thing I want young people to know, and it's very important, is that you need to understand that in life, you are either in trouble, you are getting out of trouble, or you're headed towards trouble. Les Brown said that in life, you are either in trouble, you are getting out of trouble, or you're headed towards one. So, and you also have to understand the challenges of life. No matter what it is, it's temporary. Miles Monroe was talking about that. He said it's temporary. Challenges of life is temporary. Today you are facing this, next week you are facing another thing. But one thing I see that people who are suicidal do is they get so caught up in this problem and feel that this is the end for them.